Happy NFL Week 1. The wait is over. I'm finally ready to give you guys prop bets. And I have three pretty good ones for you. One might be a little anti-Bills, but bear with me. Hang on. We'll get into it. My first prop bet, Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott to have over 12 and a half rushing attempts in the last 7 out of 10 games where the line was at 12 and a half. The over has hit. Ezekiel Elliott rushed for an average of 14 attempts in 2021. The average line was at 15. So why are we seeing it at 12 and a half? I'll tell you why. Because of a man named Tony Pollard. RB1, RB2, still to be determined. And in fact, head coach Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones don't seem to be on the same page with that. Jerry Jones said in camp, Ezekiel Elliott's our feature. He's going to be our feature. But then Mike McCarthy said, well, they're both go tandem. They're both RB1s. So what does that mean? It means we can expect to see Tony Pollard's game increase. His reps are going to increase. He was only on the field 30% of the offensive snaps in 2021. That will go up. Having said that, I don't think it's going to be in week 1. So right now, it's Jerry's world. I'm trusting that Ezekiel Elliott is that feature and that we're going to see the overhit on Ezekiel Elliott 12 and a half rushing attempts. Number 2, here we go. We are moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders, and we are looking at Derek Carr. Over 4.5 rushing yards for Derek Carr. Again, 7 of the last 10 times the line has been set at 4.5. The over has hit. Derek Carr averaged 5.4 rushing yards in 2021. And honestly, Prez, we are not giving enough credit to Derek Carr's ability to move on his feet. If you want more proof, go look at the wild card game against the Bagels. He had 20 rushing yards. They may have lost that game, but Derek Carr can move. He's going to need to move too, because that offensive line right now is just a wreck. We talk about the offensive weapons that the Raiders did during this offseason. It's great, but they did not improve the offensive line. And because they didn't improve the offensive line, Derek Carr is going to be forced to scramble more. There's going to be more plays outside of the pocket, and that is why I am taking the over on 4.5 rushing yards for Derek Carr. Number 3, I told you to bear with me. I told you I was going to be a little anti-Bills here. And it's not that I'm being anti-Bills per se. It's that I'm being a little bit more pro Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford to have no interceptions in week 1 against the Bills. Why? Because Matthew Stafford's so amazing? Well, yes, but also because Matthew Stafford has been dealing with that elbow injury. Now, head coach Sean McVay says it's nothing to worry about. Matthew Stafford's good. He's going to be back ready to go in week 1. I do think that's true. Having said that, McVay's going to call a more conservative game. They're going to focus more on the run game and not maybe do those risky plays, those risky throws for Stafford to injure himself more. It's week 1. This game's important and there's a lot of hype with it, but Sean McVay is going to protect Matthew Stafford. I do not see the risky plays happening. Therefore, I do not see any interceptions happening for Matthew Stafford. So to recap, here are the 3 prop bets you have to take for week 1. That is Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott over 12.5 rushing attempts. Number 2, Raiders quarterback Derek Carr over 4.5 rushing yards. And Matthew Stafford to have no interceptions in week 1 against the Bills. For more prop bets, make sure you are watching WagerTalk. I'm going to give you my Meghan Payton's plays and picks every single week. And let's have a great week 1.